Hi guys, I'm Woodcraft Hamster, and I thought I'd do the second part of my ESEE modification series. And what we're going to be looking at today are these, which are the handles. Now, as I think I said before, these are made from Micarta, which is a really easy material to modify, and you can do some really nice things with these depending on what it is you want to go for. Now, what I've done, I have actually marked these handles up with just a series of pencil marks. Just at sort of 1 centimetre intervals on both sides of the handle. And what I've also done, just to give you an idea of what I'm going for, if you just look down here in this corner, I've used 2 different files, one a rounded file and one a triangular file, just to put some very light indentations in. And that's my intention for this mod. It really is that simple. It's just putting a series of indentations into these handles. What that will do is certainly in my opinion, will make them look slightly nicer, a little bit more unique. And what they'll also do is, just by having a very, very shallow indent, and a number of them, they will offer a little bit more grip as well. So what I'm going to do, let me bring the camera a little bit closer in, and I'll show you how you go about doing this. Okay guys, so here's my handle. Here are my 2 files. So I've got, hopefully that's picking up on the camera okay there. That is a completely round file. And here is a triangular file. Well, in fact, it's actually a square file, thinking about it, but it has that kind of triangular cross section. And these are just standard sort of precision files. I think you can buy a pack of about 6 or 7 of these for between £5 and £10 from any DIY shop. And what I wanted to do with this is just to make these handles something a little bit different, a little bit bespoke. And by using 2 different files, you can basically do what I've done here, and you can have 2 different types of indentation that you're putting in. So the first one here is just the rounded one, nice and smooth, quite plain looking. And then by using the triangular file, you can get more of a almost like a diamond cross-section shape in there. And as I say, Micarta is a lovely material to work with, and all you need to do, and I'll sort of demonstrate this before I carry on doing the rest of them. So I've taken my round file, so I've done round, triangular, the next one will be round, and literally all you need to do is very carefully and very gently on your indentation that you've marked. Starting it can be a little bit tricky, just need to bear with it, and just very gently file into the handle. And again, straight away, it's not quite deep enough yet, but you can kind of see what I'm going for here. So I'm going to keep the rounded file indentations quite low, not going to go in too deep or too high. And you can modify this to suit your own needs. You know, if you don't have these small precision files available, a normal file will do. You can use the edge of a file if you want it quite narrow. And again, that's probably all I need to do for this one. So again, already you can see how this is going to sort of build up. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to finish off one of these handles, or scales as they're known. And once I've done that, I'll come back, we'll take a look at it, and once I've done one whole handle, that will allow me to judge whether I like that particular look or not. If I don't, I can always go a little bit deeper or a little bit longer. That's why I'm keeping these deliberately short, that's the idea I'm having, is that I quite like the idea of having them short, but potentially I might change my mind once we've finished, and at least I've got the option to lengthen them. Obviously if I go too long to begin with, then I can't bring it back down. So you can kind of see where we're going with this already. By going in a very sort of shallow manner like this, you're not damaging the handle, you're not weakening it in any way. I mean, if you look at it from sort of side on here, we're not actually going any real depth into this handle, which basically means it's absolutely fine. And what I'll do, I'm going to carry on now, and I'm just going to do the rest of this line here and then the rest of the top line. I'll come back, show you where we've got to, and then it should be in a position to judge where we go from there. Right then guys, well that's the fine detail work finished. As you can see, they've kind of come up exactly as I'd hoped they would do. They may not be the prettiest scales in the world, but I quite like them. That was my intention, to sort of get something that looked a little bit like this. And all I'm going to do very, very quickly is give them a very light sanding with some fine sandpaper. So I've got some 220 and some 320 grit here. And all I want to do, very, very lightly, just go over the top here. And these scales will darken up as you use them. The natural oils from your hands will seep in and absorb into this micarta, and that's absolutely fine. I mean, you can get dyes and things. You can change the colour of them if you want to. I quite like this sort of neutral looking finish, but as I say, they will darken up over time as the natural oils from your hands and a little bit of moisture gets into them. And what you can do, this material as well is also very, very good. If you like to keep the handles nice and fresh looking, you can actually clean them as well, just with a piece of sort of cloth and warm soapy water. Or you know, if they get really bad, you can do what I'm doing and just give them a very quick sand down. There's no need to do that, and getting them dirty through the oils and things in your hands won't do them any damage. And there we go, 2 new scales. So what I'll do, next video I'll be talking about putting a slightly new edge on the knife. I'm not going to do anything drastic. I just want to sharpen it or resharpen it, and just alter that edge ever so slightly. And once that's done, we'll be able to put these scales back on and see what the finished knife looks like. So hope it was useful, guys. Comments and questions in the box below. Hit like and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I hope you'll all join me next time. Thanks, guys.